Would anything even change if I journaled 30 days straight? Could I even do it? I decided to try, and here's what happened. I started to learn things even day one. Just finished day one. It was hard to concentrate. I think I am going to have to try setting a time. Like, I need to focus and journal for, 10 or 15 minutes in the morning. For me, a big part of it is about having a more intentional start to my morning. And I definitely found myself writing and then getting up for coffee and then checking messages on the phone. Day 7. So how has the journaling been going? I set the timer. I did it as part of my morning routine. 10 minutes is a very short time, but it's really made me realize how hard it is for me to focus like that. I feel like journaling was kind of like the trajectory of the space shuttle. If it was off by a fraction of a degree, you'd end up at a different planet. The impact is small, but it accumulates over time. There was one day where I missed it in the morning, and before I knew it, it was 11 o'clock at night. Other than that, I've done it every morning. What felt like a problem, not getting the journal done in the morning, turned out to reveal a solution. Day 12, last night I actually wrote in bed, and it got me to look up an interview with Nate Zinsser. He was talking about a way to journal at the end of the day.
Extracting from your experiences the memories, the thoughts that supply a sense of energy, supply a sense of enthusiasm.
And he calls it E.S.P.N. So the E is effort. Is there an event or a moment of significant effort that you put in during the day? S is success. Is there a small success or just something you got right that day? P is progress. That one was hard for me because that requires that you have a clear goal. N is next, which is what's next. What do you need to work on? What are the steps you need to take? The 4 things that journaling really did for me, it helps me get context to kind of zoom out on my life, on the day, and look at the big picture more holistically. Second, it's that time to focus, to process, to make the unconscious conscious, to be intentional about my thoughts, just for 10 minutes a day. I suspect it's a little bit like meditating for some people. Third, I set the tone, at least when I write in the morning. Set the tone for how I want that day to go, and sometimes even envision the future in a longer distance. And fourth, especially when I write in the evening, accountability, because I can see what I wrote the day before and the day before. Did I live up to those promises and expectations? If not, how can I reassess and make adjustments? 30 days, 10 minutes a day, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I definitely feel like it moved me forward. Will I keep journaling every day? Probably not, but I will journal regularly. You are never too old to have a future, right? So I am constantly experimenting. What should I do next? 30 days of journaling, I did it. 30 days of running every day, 30 days of burpees every day, 30 days of videos every day. What do you think I should try next?